morning, Year 7. So now that we've finished Coraline, we can start having a look at the film production, okay? So today's lesson is going to be learning about how Coraline was changed from a book into a film. And then your following two lessons will be about watching Coraline and picking up on some of the key details that we talk about in today's lesson. Obviously, you have a library lesson on Wednesday as well, so this is going to take you all the way up to the end of this term. Okay then, just as a quick kind of reminder task then, what happened in the final chapter of Coraline? Can you remember the ending to the story? So obviously we know that Coraline was turned into a film and we are going to watch the film in our remaining lessons. But I'd like to know, which other books do you know that have been turned into a film? So can you mind map these in your book for me, please? Once you've finished, you can move on to the next slide, and I've written a couple down. Obviously, you can add those to your mind map if you've not already got them, but also if you've got any that I haven't put down, you might want to send them to me in a quick message and show my homework, just to let me know which other ones I might have missed out. Okay, so I've attached this link to show my homework so you're able to access the video. But it talks about how Coraline is turned into a film. And I'd like you to make some notes on how they made Coraline into a film. So what decisions did they have to make? And how did they make it so that Coraline became a character and it became a whole kind of film in itself, okay? Okay, so I think that video was really interesting. Now I'm hoping you feel the same way. So how did Coraline become a film then? So everything is handcrafted, the miniature puppets, sets and scenery, everything is made by somebody. So it's not something that's computer generated as such. Everything is made into a model and then they use this animation process to turn it into the animated character or scenery. There are 250 people working on Coraline. Just imagine that. That's a quarter of our school working on one project. That's a lot of people, isn't it? And the writer said that when he was writing the story, he was able to create these indescribable scenes because we know that obviously imagination is very easy. But what he was impressed by is the fact that the director was also able to do this through stop animation, through this creation. And, you know, it's not just the fact that these characters are just made out of kind of, you know, plasticine or whatever it is they use and they're put on a screen. An actual performance by the puppet is made through the animator. Okay, and they felt that stop animation was a more realistic view of animation. It doesn't try to be human. Obviously, when we watched it, some people were surprised at how kind of, you know, she looked like a Play-Doh person. They wanted that, and they said that the reason they wanted that was because actually Coraline is quite a scary story and it does address some quite scary things. If that had been a live action film with real people acting those things out, then perhaps it wouldn't have been as comfortable for people to watch. So what they did is they used the stop animation to make it scary, but without it being too scary for the audience. So as you can see, lots of thought goes into turning these books into films, and lots of ideas go into the creation of one simple film. And you think about how many animated, you know, television programs there are and how many animated films there are nowadays. That's an incredible amount of people who are working on an animated series at one time. So there are 3 other videos attached to the Show My Homework task for today as well, and these are about different jobs that people had when they were creating Coraline the movie. Okay, so obviously we've already looked at how Coraline became a film overall, but actually there were lots of little roles and lots of different jobs that we didn't get to have a look at in a lot of detail. So I want you to have a watch of these 3 clips, okay, and then that's going to lead into our next task. So have a watch of them, have a think about the information that's shared with you. Here at the David Napier Academy, we're really focused on employability, and we like you to know how all of our subject choices link to employability and where they could lead in the future. Now, English is one of those subjects that is prominent in every job role because you have to do a lot of reading and writing in most jobs. However, there are some specific jobs that perhaps you only come across in drama or English. So making a film and being a director in a film or becoming some part of the creative team of a film is something that obviously we are quite well knowledged in the English department. So what I'd like you to think about now as your final task today is just, if you were part of making a film, which job would you like? So would it be one of the roles that have been shown to you in the clips today? Would you like to be the director? Would you like to be the one who organises everyone? Perhaps you'd like to be, you know, part of the script writer or the script team who write the script as to what's going to be said. Maybe you'd like to be somebody who gives the voice to a character. It's entirely up to you, but I'd like you to have a think about, if you were part of making a film, what job role would you like and why would you like that? Okay, I hope you've enjoyed today's lesson. It's designed to be something a little bit different. Obviously your next 2 lessons, not your library lesson, are going to be watching Coraline and having a think about how it was turned into a film, and if there's anything that they missed out of the plot, if there's anything, you know, that we think could have been done better, that sort of thing. But well done for getting to the end of a novel. It is a real achievement, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.